Hello to the first day of the Cozy Mystery Week Readathon vlog. Wow, that was a very long title and very long shot. We are still Sunday, 21st of April. It's always a tired day when I finish a week of work. I am always very exhausted, so I didn't feel like taking the camera and shooting anything. I had started and I finished already the smallest one, Pain and Penalties by Sarah Bigelow. When I say that it was short, it's just 71 pages. The main character, Kelena, is going back to her hometown after her father died, and she's taking his comic book store back on track. Since we are in the Cozy Mystery, you need to have a murder case. We are in a fair, or at a fair, and pretty much at the beginning in the morning, I think a competition of pastry, like it always happened. One of them, or one of the ladies, is found poisoned, dead. Kalina always right away jumping into investigating what is really going on, who killed her, why. It was nice, even if few things were some weakness at the end. It was a nice ride. I think for 71 pages it was really good. I'm just happy because I finished one, even if I fight very hard during the whole reading time because I was exhausted and I wanted to close my eyes. I started the second one, which is The Case of the Hidden Flame by Alison Golden and Grace Dagnall. I think I passed the 30% of the book. So far it's an okay read. We are back in England because, I don't know, pretty much everything that I read lately in April happened to be in England. We are really following the investigation throughout the police department. We have a new, I think it is a new chief coming in. Since it's a new one, he doesn't have a place to stay. He's been put in a hotel, the White House Inn Hotel. And at the beach, they gonna found the body of a woman. The new chief has to investigate with the help of everyone else from the police stations. I'm not sure if my enthusiasm or lack of enthusiasm is cause to the writing itself. I'm gonna see obviously tomorrow, Monday. So far it's I don't know, I don't really like it. This is an update to this Cozy Mystery reading vlog week, and it's still very long to say. We are Wednesday, I think it's April 24th, something like this. Yesterday I finished what I feared that I would be able to finish and might be DNF'd, The Case of the Hidden Flame by Alison Golden and Grace Dagnall. I give it 2.5 stars. Maybe it's the writing that wasn't really for me, the way that it was done. We have, like I previously said, the arrival of the new DI. The day of his arrival, the body of a woman has been found dead, slightly buried in the sands of the beach. So is it suicide or is it murder? Pretty much quickly, the suicide is being put away. It sounds very much like a murder. So who did it? And essentially why? I would say that it started to got better with creating a spirit for the team, trying to know each other and to, I don't know, to become friendlier in the way of work effective. But it happened, I think, maybe the last third of the book, this is what happened. And it's sad somehow because it is a really good combination of the different characters. Everyone, I think there are 4, bring different elements at creating their team. Maybe the creation of the mystery wasn't really there, or the build of the wonder of why killing this woman, she was an oncologist, could have been something wrong with her, that, you know, that on the outside she's nice, and on the inside she's a devil. So that was a lack of questioning in that way. There wasn't really anything excited about the conclusion. This is the second in a series, and well, according to what I'm saying, I'm obviously not intend to keep reading anything prior or that's coming later. I started Sunshine Hunter by Maddie Koshir. I think I am around the 40% inside, so which is good. But so far, I would say that I don't see where the mystery sets in. At 40%, we don't have really a murder yet. Someone died just a few pages before I stopped. In the mind of the main character, this is a murder, but the way that it is presented, it's like, it's not even a huge gap. It's like, where did you smoke to think that this is a murder? Anyway, so I'll see where we are gonna go with that. I have to get out, do some groceries. There's no point of saying that I'm gonna wait for tomorrow, because tomorrow is another pouring day, so it's not very attractive to get out. So this is everything that I have to tell you. See you later. I started the other day Sunshine Hunter by Maddie Koshir, and I finally finished it. I give it at the end 2.5 stars. I would say that the writing wasn't really for me. Pretty much for half of the story, you have no idea where the mystery is. Where is the dead body? Where we're going with that. I was at some point asking myself, is it actually a cozy mystery? A woman, let's say woman Jane, it's not her name. Well, we're gonna follow her. At the beginning of the story, she is in a relationship with a man. On her cell phone, she's got a call from his wife. He forgot to tell her that he is actually married. And obviously this is something that she is not taking very well. So pretty much, I think the next day or 2 days after, she decides to go with her best friend, neighbor in Florida, to kind of share his vacation with her. And so to change her mind and to get away from all the situation, because she doesn't want to talk to the guy, she doesn't want to know anything, she is mad, obviously, blah blah blah. So it's pretty much half of the book. The second job that she has is at what's the place, a racquetball center, something like this. A guy which usually do the last shift until I think 1 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Turned out he has been found dead after drinking a drink that she initially prepared for herself, but she didn't have the time to drink. She offered it to him. He drinks and he was poisoned to death. What really bothered me was more the fact that right away, the character of the movie, that I completely forgot her name, she immediately thinks that she saw a guy the day before she left, and that guy went there to sell him drug to the victim, and that's why it happened. It's a drug-related thing. It was a bother, because it's like, where does that even come from? The fact that she jumped immediately to that conclusion, it was like... Anyway, the time that she is in Florida with her friend, there is some mysterious guy following her everywhere, but apparently trying to kill her or to kill her best friend at the same time. It's not clear if it's for her, against her, or against her friend. It was so much centered around that relationship, around that betrayal of hiding the fact that he is married. The killing was way in the background. It's confusing but not well done. and I would say that way. That's probably why at the end it ended up at being 2.5 stars. Anyway, so after that I started Murder in Tropical Breeze by Mary Bowers, and this is the first installment. So if you remember, right, in the past October, I think, for the Spookathon, I read the third installment. I didn't know it was the third. I enjoyed it very much, so I wanted to read something else from the series, and why not start with the first one? I think I am at 40%, or maybe I dream that I am in 45%. I don't know. It's kind of a blur with that. What can I say so far? Taylor, which is the main character, she is, I think, around her 60s, and she has a shelter for animals. In order to finance the whole thing, she has a sales shop, garage shop, something like this. She actually has the ability to talk or to see ghosts. At the beginning, you have Vesta, which is one of the oldest person of the community, of the city, dying. Well, she's dead, and she is gonna tell her that she has been murdered, despite that everyone thinks that it was a natural death, and she's asking her to have a look around. And she claimed that what happened to her might happen to others. There is some, again, cats helping, but with the Egyptian goddess Bastet, if I remember well. Don't ask me what she was really doing, but I just remember that she's supposed to be protector. The representation of the goddess usually, or is, a cat, and a black cat will come around and stick with Taylor and help her to look around, investigate, and try to know what is going on. A lot of suspicion right now is surrounding her daughter-in-law. This is pretty much what's happened. I like the lightness of the story, where we are going with that. The fact that it's mixing with ghost, but incarnation of goddess at the same time. So far, I like it. Last update with Murder in Tropical Breeze. Murder in Tropical Breeze by Mary Bowers. I finally finished that book. I would say, and I know that it sounds really mean by saying it's painful reading, but I really struggle at keep reading, moving on into that book. Taylor is 60-year-old, and she is capable of seeing ghosts, talking to them, helping them whatever they need. One of the oldest member of the community, Vesta, sorry, is dying, but her ghost come see Taylor, tell her that it was actually a murder, that she has to uncover what happened and make sure that it's not going to happen to anyone else. But she's gonna send her some help throughout the Egyptian goddess Bastet, which will be incarnated into a black cat. It sounded really cool and nice, having again the help of the cat who can talk and do something. It wasn't used. The way that the goddess Bastet is really helping Taylor, well, she's not really doing pretty much anything. So Taylor, she uncovered the whole thing pretty much by herself. The element of the cat is cool, but it's actually useless. It looks like, when you read, that you are not going anywhere, but anywhere close to Vesta's death. Maybe that's why it was so unattractive for me to keep into the reading. There was no excitement whatsoever. I would say the way that the story has been told or built has a lot of weakness. That's how I felt about it. So it wasn't a pleasant one. I gave it 2.5 stars. I'm not gonna push more with the series of Murder in Tropical Breeze. So to conclude this week, which even was slightly longer than a week, but it doesn't really matter because it was just me, myself and I doing this cozy mystery reading week. It was at the beginning 7 possibilities. The goal was more to read more cozy mystery, maybe finding new series. Sadly, it didn't happen. In my head, I'm conscious that it sounds harsh, 2.5 stars, but I don't feel being honest at saying it's a 3 stars. It's an okay reading, because it wasn't an okay reading for me. The 3 stars, Pain and Gains, the smallest one, was surprisingly good for 71 pages. So small. Everything was condensed. So for the length, 3 stars is a good reading. Every book, every story, it's personal to everyone that you're gonna enjoy your time or not. If I'd rather read something else, it's not a good sign, and I have to stick to that feeling. So this is a long way to say this is the end of this cozy mystery week reading vlog. I hope, despite everything that I said, that some can interest you enough to give it a try and you might enjoy. But other than that, I am so thankful that you have watched this long video, and I'm gonna see you some other time.